Good morning, guys, and welcome back to the channel. POV hat is on, jumping right into the action. Hope you guys are having a great day. Yes, POV hat is on, but more importantly, the Demon 170 is here. Now, this is a car that I wanted way back when they first came out, but at the time they were going for like $225, $230, a little bit more than I could afford at the time, quite honestly. But now they're dropping a little bit, and I figured I gotta try this car out to see if it is a long-term car for the collection, because the Hellcat is actually extremely important to my channel. Way back in the day, back in 2016, when I was starting out, I had two vehicles that I credit to making my channel what it is now, and two vehicles that really made me go full time and actually make this a career, make this whole thing my life, this whole crazy thing, what made it become my life. Now, number one was, of course, the OG Dirty Max. That's no surprise. But number two was the Hellcat. That car made my channel into a car channel as well, not just a truck channel. Introduced a whole bunch of you to the channel for the first time ever. I still, to this day, I get comments that say, I think more than any other comment that, you know, hey, I started following you when you had the Hellcat. So that was a huge part of my channel, and this car is insane. This is, in fact, the Demon 170, the quickest production car ever made, technically. Now, why do I say that? It is, I mean, to be fair, it does have the record, but that's on a prepped course with, I think, skinnies, with a pro driver, everything perfect. In reality, it runs more like a mid-9 at the drag strip, but it can do an 8.9, which does make it the quickest. But I like to say technically, just because, you know, it's kind of like cheating when you're on a drag strip and you have skinnies and it's a pro driver, it's a whole thing, whereas anybody can jump in a plaid and run a 9.2. And I did sadly watch Drag Times. Brooks, why do you have to do it to every cool car that comes out?
Oh, he got off the line, but I passed him.
Every cool internal combustion car that comes out, Brooks has to go race it against a plaid and embarrass it. I did watch his upload, and yes, the plaid beat the Demon 170 3 out of 3 times, which is unfortunate, but it is, on paper and in the record books, the quickest production car of all time. Now, what does Demon 170 mean? Well, actually, that's not like a power number or a time slip or something. 170 simply is the alcohol content of ethanol, like the alcohol proof level, I think, something like that, something with the chemical makeup of alcohol. And this car actually runs on E from factory, and it does in fact make 1,025 horsepower bone stock and 945 pound-feet of torque. And let's check out what makes that power. It is insane. Look at me in my hat. That's what I look like, by the way. The only bad thing, again, not to keep talking about EVs here, but I think the only bad thing about this car is, sadly, in the modern era, it's just not quite as crazy, even though it's crazy, but now everyone is spoiled by, look at that, alcohol injected. I did not know it even said that. Everyone is spoiled by the plaid and, you know, other EVs, because they're running 8s, they have 1,000 horsepower, whatever. It's hard for these cars to compete, but it is insane. If this car came out 5 years ago, it would be mind-blowing. Check out that really cool Demon plaque on there. It's sick, man. It is sick. I'm glad that Dodge got their use out of this car. It is the, of course, finale, the swan song for the Challenger and Charger. These cars came out all the way back in 08, so really in 07 as an 08 model. They've been around a long time. You can't say that Dodge hasn't gotten their use out of this platform. I'll leave that up, actually. It's pretty cool to look at. They certainly have gotten their use out of it. And as we all know, the bones of the car are actually from like a Mercedes sedan in the mid-90s, I believe. So the bones of the car are actually like 30 years old, which is why it's so big and heavy and kind of outdated. But they did a lot with the car. You can't say they didn't do a lot with the car. And of course, over the years, there were many updates and changes that made it a lot better. But Underneath, it is in fact it's a 17-year-old car that's actually a 30-year-old car. So I realized that Dodge had to retire the Charger and Challenger platform. When I talk about the Hellcat, you know, them getting rid of that being a mistake, I don't mean the car, I mean the powertrain. I think they could leave this, and this isn't a regular Hellcat, of course, but I think they could leave the Hellcat and ZF8 Speed as it is even, and simply put that in a smaller, lighter, more modern car, and that would be good enough, a big breath of fresh air. But I guess not only is the Challenger and Charger saying goodbye, the Hellcat is as well, as we know. I could go on and on about that for a long time. We'll see if Dodge's bet here on these EVs is going to work out. I really don't think, I don't wish the brand to fail. I hope it works out for them, but I don't really see it working. That's an argument and a discussion for another time. But here she is, the Demon 170, and I get to drive it and try it out. I'm pumped. Let's fire it up. Ooh. And go for a drive. The best thing about the Hellcat powertrain is, of course, what? That supercharger whine, so iconic. That was one bad thing about the Mustang. That Whipple didn't make any noise, and I guess it doesn't need to, but I missed it. I like the whine. Okay. Wow. Excuse me while I enjoy the sound. Oh, the exhaust is good too. Burbles, cracks, pops, and yeah, it's bone stock. It has 140 miles on it. Oh, no way, dude. Should we floor it though? Go. Oh my How could you ever get tired of that? What if we launch it? Like, not set up anything. I don't know exactly what to do, but just a launch here. Wait for the car. Wait for the Volvo. My heart is pounding. Go. Oh, oh, it's spinning. Oh, traction cut in heavy there, heavy. Drag mode activated. Little burnout. Okay, and launch. One more time. Activate launch is not available, but we'll put traction back on. Go. That's always been the challenge with these. They got plenty of power, tons of it, more actually than you need, but they can't put it down. And it's a blast, don't get me wrong, I love it, but it doesn't win races. Spinning ain't winning. It does not win races, and they just really struggle with that. Now, I had to bring you here to this road because this is it, where Doug turned off traction and said, there you go. We're good.
Oh my God!
I should have got that on camera.
That is, this thing is insane. This thing is absolutely insane. Okay, all right, let's take it off track mode. That's the end of track mode for sure.
Yep, I'll get on it, and almost, not really though. People say almost crashed. He didn't really almost crash, but he got a little squirrely in the Hellcat there, and that is a famous moment on the channel. Right here, we were laughing about it, and people still to this day ask me if I was scared, and no, not because I'm some, you know, Billy badass who's not scared, but because I trusted Doug and he is a good driver. It was fun, not scary, but that's the road. Anyway, in conclusion, is the Demon 170 worth the money right now? I think if you're a collector, sure, because eventually it's gonna be worth a lot. But for me, if you're buying the car based on how it drives and the merits of it as a car, I don't think so, not yet. At 140, 150, I think I might get one, but at 200 plus, the guy's flying, I feel like. I don't think so, but still cool and a great goodbye. A great final farewell to the Dodge Challenger and the Dodge muscle car, because I know they brought back the Charger as an EV and then as an inline 6 turbo, twin turbo, whatever it is. But it ain't the same with no V8, not the same. So the last Hellcat, the last Challenger, the last V8 real muscle car that Dodge will ever make, maybe. What a time. Well, boys, I might not have a Demon 172 celebrate the end of the Hellcat, but I do have the last Hellcat truck, which is pretty cool if you ask me. However, the Demon ain't the only cool thing I've got for you today. There is one more epic vehicle to reveal, and well, check it out. Oh yeah, guys, how cool is this? Now, I haven't seen the footage that you just saw yet. I haven't seen that yet because in real life right now, Ben hasn't sent it to me yet, but you'll have seen it. And I did see the little preview in Ben's, in Ben's camera screen, and it looked phenomenal. So I can only imagine what it looks like now after all that footage is color corrected and all that good stuff. But we have done, I mean, that is my luck. That is my luck. We have done a lot of black trucks for good reason. They look awesome. You can't go wrong. You guys love them. It's all good. But I did want to add a little spice and a little excitement to the Denali Ultimate because I think this truck is going to end by itself. I don't think there's going to be a dual truck or dual car added to this truck. I think it's going to end on its own, and it does end in 2 weeks. So I thought, you know what? Let's add a little something in there and spice things up. And it looks just, again, phenomenal, fantastic. It looks amazing. I was worried actually when I saw pictures of just the wrap, I thought you're not gonna see it, but it does make a big difference. It actually kind of appears dark gray, kind of like, dare I say, a Cybertruck, just a little bit. It kind of looks like stainless steel, and we even have the Cybertruck-esque automatic bed cover on here, except ours works. Yeah, kind of looks like a Cybertruck. Now, it's not meant to be stainless steel or aluminum or anything like that. It's just brushed black, but it does kind of appear like a metal, and I love it. I think it turned out amazing. Hope you guys like it, and it's a little extra for this truck because, again, I think it's going to end by itself, and it ends in 2 weeks. That's right, only 2 weeks left to win this beautiful truck. Plus, don't forget, 60 grand in cash. As if the truck ain't cool enough, you do get 60K along with it. Not a bad deal, not a bad deal. 100X entries is live, and as always, guys, 100X is our biggest multiplier by far, and once it's gone, it never comes back. So right now is the best bang for your buck when it comes to taking home this truck plus all of that money. Don't wait, hit the link down below. Get in, there won't be a better time to enter. This is it, and we just added some new stuff and restocked items as well. Check out the website 717supply.com and lock in your entries to take home this beautiful, amazing, perfect Denali Ultimate plus 60 grand in cash. Good luck. Oh, and one more thing, a huge, massive shout out and thank you to Nate with Redefined Automotive for his work on this wrap. Look at the corners, the details like paint. And you can actually hit him up through our site if you want. It says wraps and PPF at the top. And if your car or truck needs some love, he's got you covered. Oh, forgot to film an outro at the shop, so hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, give this upload a big thumbs up. Take care and have a great night.